next item is the approved 5% salary increase for management and confidential employees retroactive to July 1st of this year. Okay. Any questions by the board? Anything none? Okay, all those in favor, motion please.
Move approval
So moved.
of the management and confidential employees retroactive to July 1st.
It's item number 3, yes. There's a motion on the floor. Do I get a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Hoffman. Any discussion on this? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Say none. 5-0. Next item, number 4.
Excuse me, why no public comment on that item?
Big part,
Why no public commentary on that item?
because we have a motion on the floor and to clarify, we have a motion on the floor and a second. It's about our decision.
Right, but before you put the motion on the floor, why was there no opportunity for public comment?
I didn't do it.
Do you have that discretion?
Yeah.
For the next one, can we have public comment? Item 4?
We'll keep it. It's up to the board. Yes or no? Okay, I don't want this going all night either. Okay. Next item would be number 4. No, which one? Number 4. Number 4. Okay, the item is number 4 is approved 5% increase, salary increase for superintendent retroactive to July 1st. And board members, any motion on this and second?
Well, I think they want public comment.
Prior to the meeting, prior to the vote? Right. You're my,
I mean, we know you're going to vote, so either way is fine. So,
your comment is
it's not a
what?
deal.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
before I take my vote.
Hi, Frank Garden, Mission Park. Have you heard the term fait accompli? It's French. I just learned it last week myself.
Okay.
It basically means a done deal. The decision's already been made, but we'll say it anyway. I was sent here by members of the public to deliver the message to oppose this ratification of his salary increase. As I said earlier, the total value of the contract over 18 months is $252,000. That doesn't include the fringe benefits, fully paid medical, dental, vision, vacation days, etc. In terms of, merit, no evaluation has been done in accordance with the contract. I left you a voicemail on July 11th. You didn't return my call until July 30th, and you explained to me on that voicemail that it's at the discretion of the board to set a time, and you would be working with your vice president to determine when the superintendent would be evaluated. And we've come to 2 or 3 meetings so far this school year, and we still have yet to reveal, learn when that evaluation is going to take place, because we're here 120 some days late from when it should have taken place. So we appreciate that the superintendent's salary was specifically bifurcated from the management increases. That's no justification to give him the same 5% salary increase. I understand that he hasn't received one in the same amount of time as the teachers and the classified personnel, but all public employees are in that boat. The $168,000 that the superintendent receives is more than enough to subsist in this community at the same standard of living. I will always support, and Janet knows this, I'm a public employee union rep, and so I have a great deal of respect for public employees. I believe that they are the lifeline of our community. We have social workers, teachers, custodians, dispatchers, people who keep us safe on the streets, who pave our streets. These are all essential to our community, but they have had to forego wages for years and years. And these are the people who make the least amount in our community. And to simply rubber stamp a 5% increase because everyone else is getting it, this is what contributes to that mentality that public employees don't deserve the wages that you receive. And also, it's going to spike his PERS benefits. I don't know if he plans on retiring soon, but this is going to increase the contribution that the school will have to pay into PERS for the rest of his life. So I would urge at least my representative on the board to please respectfully decline approving this salary increase. I know you haven't stood with us on anything, but we're asking you this one time, please stand with us on this decision. And that's all I really have to say. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Sean Henry again. And in a democracy especially, standards really are important across the board, that everyone is held to the same standard. So when I go in and have my teachers speak about my child's progress, there are standards. There's a time frame that they need to be done. And if they were not done, and I do not get the information that's needed for me to help my child, that would be a problem. That would reflect very poorly upon the teacher. Now, if evaluations for teachers, the contracts were not followed, I'm pretty sure that would be a problem for the evaluation process. Am I correct? Okay. And the classified's not here, but if the evaluation is not followed based off the contract, there would be repercussions and there would be problems. So the thing there is I want the school board to hold themselves the same responsibilities as we hold our teachers, as we hold our principals, as we hold everyone in our community. The one person that you hire is the superintendent. When you hire the superintendent, the contract says that he needs to be evaluated in April. And I bet you wish, I'm pretty sure a lot of you wish you would evaluate it in April because a lot of stuff has happened since then. And we've been asking questions about when is it going to happen. It's at the discretion of the board. Well, you know what? We don't give teachers the discretion to say when you're going to give a report card, are you? You don't get to decide when you're going to tell the standards. And you need to be very specific because that's what parents deserve, to be able to help and be responsible at home. They need to know not just, little Johnny's doing great. They need to know what to work on. We want to have a great report card. Absolutely. But we also want to know the truth. And we want to be able to have it presented to us in a respectful and clear manner. And what happens at these school boards are not respectful and clear manner. And you need to hold yourself to the same standard as you hold your employees, because there would be serious repercussions if they just said, hey, it's up to my discretion. I'm going to do it when I want to do it. Whenever. It's my prerogative. So basically, I'm just asking that, especially now that there's a 5% raise, the school board has not done their job in terms of evaluating the superintendent. It's not our business. We're never going to know what happens. But it is our business because we do know that in the contract it says it should happen in April. And we know it still has not happened, and it's now September. And so he's been on the job over an entire year, and now he's actually, so it's not even fair to Dr. Luza. He should have been evaluated because, it's not his fault. That's not one of his responsibilities. It's the school board. So I would hope that would get done sometime soon, hopefully before he gets a raise, but what does it matter?
Thank you very much. We have a motion on the floor. Second. Another person. Yes.
I just want to say that I was asked to come here tonight by Pat Willingham, the Director of Personnel, because I serve on the negotiating team, and she knew she would be absent. And I think we have an awkward situation where with her absent, there's no one here to talk about this issue except the people who are about to be voted on. So I'm just going to share that past practice has been that the superintendent, the assistant superintendent, and management teams have always been unrepresented employees, and we do have a past practice of usually having the same salary increase and the same benefit packages, and that is what has been done in the past. The Director of Personnel did make that recommendation and asked me to answer any questions, although I know very little. Thank you.
Thank you very much, all three of you. Yes. We have a motion and a second. Any other comment?
Well, I'll make a comment.
Just a comment from Mr. Club.
Anybody else?
No.
But
No one else.
thank you for your stand-in. But I think I've been here longer than anybody. But since 1964, this has been the past practice. I mean, what's happened before that, I don't know. But it's just, I know Donna deserved a raise for a lot of times, she's saved our bacon, but she always refused it, because the teachers weren't going to be getting a raise. So, and that's just been, the last 8 years, huh?
Yes.
And when did the last time the teachers got a raise? 8 or 10 years ago? About? Something like that. But anyway, even though, well, I think we should do it myself. Anyway, even it's past practice, and whether we think Dr. Luza has lived up to the expectations or not, I mean, whether Dr. Luza stays as our superintendent, we need to have an attractive salary for whoever is our superintendent.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hoffman. Ms. Barnes?
I'd like to make a comment, then I'll make a motion, but when we got together as a board, first of all, if we gave him an evaluation in 4 months, that doesn't give him time. I mean, people don't evaluate each other in the first 4 months of the position. So when we discussed it, we discussed 1 year. So my understanding from this board is that the evaluation would be in 1 year. So I just thought I'd question. And also, I do believe that Dr. Luza has done a good job and has fulfilled his obligations. So I agree with Mr. Hoffman, and I would like to make a motion to approve 5% salary increase for superintendent retroactive to July 1st, 2014.
Okay. I have a motion on the floor. Kelly? I have a second.
Any seconds?
Need a second, Mr. Hoffman?
Okay, yes.
So move, so seconded. Discussion, board? Saying none, call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those against? Saying none. So 5-0. Next item, please.